Hello there. Welcome back yet again to the Guided Dreams YouTube channel. I still remain yours sincerely, Dr. CT Onyema from the Guided Dreams. A very happy new year to you guys out there. I know I'm not being often, coming to you guys as I should, but I mean, sometimes life gets busy, but we'll keep pushing. So, without much ado, I'm bringing you guys an amazing opportunity in one of the unique provinces in Canada, an opportunity to become a permanent resident in Quebec. Now, if you are doing anything that has to do with artificial intelligence, information technologies, and visual effects, stay with me on this video. If you can speak French or you are willing to learn how to speak French, please stay with me on this video. But if you have nothing to do with the sectors, AI sectors, which is a booming industry right now, or in the information technology section or the visual effect sectors, you can very well go to other videos. But if you have anything whatsoever to do with these three sectors I mentioned, stay with me on this one as I unpack and unveil to you the latest event that is, coming up right away from Quebec, the province of Quebec. This is a pilot program that allows people to settle in Quebec permanently. Okay, if you're a foreign worker or a Quebec graduate in artificial intelligence, or a foreign worker in information technologies and visual effects, including video games, this program is for you. This is a pilot program that has come into effect since April the 22nd, 2021, and is expected to end in January 2026. So you still have like one full year in order to meet the eligibility criteria set aside for this pathway and put in your application, put your best foot forward. So I will try because if you go to the website, a lot, a lot of information is out there. But I will try as much as possible to make this video well detailed to give you a summary of what you need to know about this new, not really new, but this, amazing opportunity coming out from the province of Quebec. So, like I said, if you meet the program's conditions, you can submit an application for permanent selection. So the first thing you have to do, like I said, if you're willing to learn French, there are two pathways. You can come into what they call the Francisization. Then if you're already a French speaker, you can come into the Francophone pathway. So whichever pathway you are coming into, you must put in your application and they will give you the Quebec selection certificate, which will help you to apply for permanent residency here in Canada. But remember, like I said, you must be, fluent. You must know how to speak French if you are submitting your application under the Francophone profile. Secondly, you should hold or have accepted a job in Quebec's artificial intelligence, information technology, or the visual effects sectors. So those are the two things. One, a French speaker or willing to learn French. Secondly, you should have a job offer from the AI sector, information technology sector, or the visual effects sector. And once you receive that selection certificate, what they call the Quebec selection certificate, you can very well simply apply for permanent residency here in Canada. That is in a nutshell all about the program. So I'll go deeply now to explain all the eligibility criteria for these sectors. Follow me closely as we move on right now. See you on the inside. Take care. All right, welcome back to the detailing section where I will tell you everything you need to know about this pathway. So, quickly, without much ado, what are the selection conditions? Because, however, you must meet all, not some. You must meet all, the conditions for this pilot program before you can be selected to obtain what you call the Quebec selection certificate. Like I said initially, three pathways: artificial intelligence, information technology, and the visual effects, including the video games. Two streams are involved, talking about the Francophone stream and the Francinization. Francophone, if you're already speaking French and you have the certificate to show, what I mean by that, a test score of 7, then you can go through the Francophone stream. But if you are interested in studying and learning French, the government will pay for you. That is a beautiful thing about this. Then you have to go through the Francinization sector. What are the conditions for both streams? Whether Francophone or Francinization, you must be 18 years and above, and you must intend to live and thrive in Quebec. You don't get this and you move away. You must show evidence that you intend to live and thrive in Quebec. Secondly, you must demonstrate financial self sufficiency. That is what you call the proof of fund. I'll put in the link to the current proof of fund that is necessary for the express entry pathway. That would also give you an idea of what is required to prove that you have the sufficient proof of fund. Also, one of the conditions, like I mentioned before, you have to show the intention to reside in Quebec and work for an employer. Now, let me tell you this: the company that will give you that offer letter must be one that you do not have control over. It mustn't be your own company. You do not exercise any legal or de facto control directly or indirectly over that company that will give you that job offer. So it should be an independent company that will give you that job offer. So quickly, 18 years and above, get a job offer from a company that you do not have any influence whatsoever. And also you have to demonstrate that you have the self-sufficiency in terms of the sufficient proof of fund to be able to, come through this pathway. Now, what are the specific conditions for my guys in the AI industry? You must obtain or have obtained a diploma corresponding to at least a bachelor's in the Quebec. So you have to do what you call the ECA. If your degree is outside Quebec, you have to go through the what you call the educational credential assessment to show that your educational qualification is is equivalent to that of the Quebec. You must have also gained a working experience in Quebec or outside Quebec in a job classified in tier 0, 1, or 2, or what you call level O, A, or B, according to the national AOC. And that job experience must be on a full time basis, not part time. It must be on a full time basis for at least a period of 24 months in the past 5 years. So, 2 years working experience in the past 5 years in that AI sector before you can submit your application. Now, thirdly, your work experience, either in Quebec or abroad, must not have been gained from your own company, which you have legal or de facto control directly or indirectly, or what you call ineligible sectors. So, their work experience in Quebec or abroad must not have been gained in a company over which you have legal or de facto control. So, they need you to work for an independent employer. All right, you must have accepted a job offer from an employer in Quebec in the AI sector, and that job must be full time, not part time, and your skill, you know, must match the requirement on that job. Let's say, for example, you're a graduate from Quebec, a little different here and there for you. You must have lived in Quebec primarily for the purpose of your studying for at least half of your study program. For example, if your program is 1 year, it's expected that you must have lived in Quebec for 6 months. To them, that is an evidence that you intend to settle and live and thrive in Quebec. Secondly, obtained a university degree from Quebec educational institution during the 24 months before this application. and you must have a job from an employer in Quebec in the tier 0, 1, 2, or A or B, according to the National Occupational Classification. So, for my folks in the information technologies and visual effects stream, what are your conditions? Educationally, the same for those in AI. Work experience, the same, full time basis, 24 months in the past 5 years. Um, the work experience in Quebec must not be gained in a company which you have direct or indirect control over. Okay, so it's the same thing like that of the AI sector. I'll put a link where you can check the minimum wage for your occupation. If a database analyst is about $54.95 per hour. Software developers and programmers about $60 per hour, just like you're seeing right now on your screen. So your job offer should have at least this amount per hour um, on the table for you before you can actually take up that job opportunity. So, if you are going into the francophone, you should have written an what's it called a French test, and your score should be at least level 7. You should also submit your final transcript, whether you're secondary or post-secondary, showcasing your full-time study, which is conducted entirely in French, because you are claiming that you can't speak French language. So your educational pursuit must have been done and taught in the what? French language. And you can back that up using um, your French tests. There are a lot of them you can take from accredited test um, givers out there. So, Francisization, when you submit an application for panel selection under the Francisization profile, you must sign an agreement that you are willing to learn French. That is the only way they can be guaranteed that you are willing to be integrated into the society and you don't pay for this, like I said. So, after you must have gotten all these documents, you submit your application for permanent selection and it will be reviewed. Okay, so for the period, about 600 people is what they are looking out for, 300 applicants for Quebec graduates or temporary workers in AI sector, and a maximum of 150 people for the Francisization profile. If you go down, you will also see 300 applications for foreign workers in the IT and the visual sector, and 150 reserved for the Francisization. Now I'm seeing that the application ceiling for the year 2025 has been reached. People are rushing this for those interested in the Francisization pathway. So leaving us only with the Francophone pathway, which is still open and will run from 13th January 2025 up to the December of this year 2025. So you have roughly 12 months to put your ass together and you know apply. Hopefully you get it. Like I said, once you get that Quebec certificate of selection, you use that and continue your application towards permanent residency in Canada on the IRC portal. The link is also there for you to take a look at what is required in there. In a nutshell, this is all that is required for this pathway and opportunity in the province of Quebec. Remember, this application must be made through the Arima portal or what you call the Arima platform. So you have to go in there, create an account, which is free of charge, and submit your application through the Arima platform. Their feedback, acceptance, rejection will also be done through that Arima platform. Okay, remember that platform runs in French only. Sorry, because they're looking out for those who can actually speak French or willing to learn French. Unfortunately, that part is closed. So if you can speak French, jump on this. I have job experience in these three key sectors. All right, friends, to wrap it up, what do you need to do? If you are in the AI sector with a job experience of at least 2 years in the past 5 years, or in IT sector or the visual effects sector, simply put an application and they will give you the Quebec selection certificate. With that, you simply apply to RCC for permanent residency in Canada. Finally, there are fees that you need to pay, but when you visit that site, you also, take note of the requisite fees that you need to pay to get this going. I wish you guys the very best of luck, and as usual, if this is the first time you are coming across what we are doing on this channel, smash that subscription button below. Turn on the notification bells, guys. That is the only way you can know and be in the know. Sometimes I get too busy and I just post to my community rather than coming to make these videos and I have to edit and edit to meet the community standard. I just put written document out there through my post and the community members see it, and you can only see it when you join us and turn on the notification bell. So please, guys, if this has been insightful and entertaining at the same time, informative too, I should say, please give us a like, comment on the video, share the opportunity so that others can benefit. Above all, join us, subscribe to the channel, click the subscription button below. That is the only way we can grow. Thank you very kindly, I should say, for being with us on this one. And as usual, I will see you in yet another one. Take care, blessings, bye bye.